Good morning, everybody. I am Dr. Srinivas Batani, Professor of Chemistry in Dr. Sri Academy, Hyderabad. So today we are going to discuss about the special compounds, especially for the IIT students. They are IUPAC namings for bicyclic and Spiro compounds. That is very important. What are that? IUPAC namings IUPAC namings. So what are that? They are bicyclic, especially bicyclic and Spiro compounds. Bicyclic and Spiro compounds. Spiro compounds and bicyclic compounds. So today we have to discuss about the Spiro compounds and bicyclic compounds, the main two compounds. How can you express the IUPAC namings of these two types of compounds? The bicyclic compounds are again divided into two types. They are the fused bicyclic compounds and bridged bicyclic compounds. Bicyclic again divided into two types. They are fused bicyclic as well as bridged bicyclic. So one by one we have to discuss the first Spiro compound, then what is the bicyclic and what is fused, what is bridged, and with examples. The examples are most important because that examples will ask in your exams, especially competitive exams. Okay, now so here the Spiro and bicyclic compounds mean these two compounds especially they contain the two ring structures, mean two rings, either cyclohexane rings or cyclopentane rings or cyclopropane rings, or one is cyclopentane, another one is cyclobutane, mean they must containing the two ring structures. Okay, that is most important. You have to remember in our mind that two rings must be there in either bicyclic compound or Spiro compound. So both the compounds. If both the rings are connected, the same carbon atom is called Spiro compound. Both the rings, one is the cyclohexane, another one is cyclopropane. So both the rings are connected by only one carbon atom. That is called the Spiro compound. That is called what? Spiro compound. If both the rings are connected to two carbon atoms, not single carbon atom. One is the cyclohexane, cyclobutane, another one is the cyclopentane or cyclopropane, connected by the two carbon atoms. Spiro means single carbon atom, two rings connected. Bicyclic means two rings connected, two carbon atoms. Two carbon atom is called bicyclic compounds. Either fused ring or bridge type. Okay, we will discuss the examples. That examples are very, very important. The examples are very, very important. If we have to take the general example of Spiro compound, if compound A, cycle A, that cyclic compound A, we have to take the, for example, this is called the cyclopentane ring. Cyclopentane ring. So here one more cyclopentane, that is a Bi-cyclic. A ring and B ring, A ring and B ring connected by single carbon atoms. single carbon atom, that is called the Spiro compound. So this is the what? Spiro. So how can you give this name? How can you give this name? So here, see, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4 total. So mean total 8 plus 1 more, 1 ring is there. Total 9. Total 9. So mean Spiro, that mean 1 carbon is less now. That Spiro indicate the 1 carbon. Spiro. So remove 1 carbon. Total 9 carbon. Among that 1 carbon is the center carbon is the Spiro. And remaining the 8 is there. Spiro. How many is there? 4. This side 4. This ring containing the 4 carbons and this ring also containing the 4 carbon. So total 4, 4 or 4.4. Spiro 4.4. How many total? 9. 9. No name. Total 9 is there. Decade. If 8 is there, for example, if you take the 1 pentane, 1 butane, for example, 1 butane. This is a cyclobutane. Okay. So it is connected that this is the cyclopentane. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. See. 1, 2, 3, 4 cyclobutane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cyclopentane. But both are connected by only single atom, single carbon atom. That is a Spiro. So how can you give this name? So this side determine 3 carbons atom there. Spiro, bracket 3 dot. Here this side 4. Total 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Octane. This is octane. So Spiro 3.4 octane. This compound name. And this compound name is called Spiro 4.4 no name. That is the examples. So 2 rings are connected by only 1 carbon atom. So total number is the octane or no name. Indicate the Spiro. And how many carbons are there? The containing the 2 rings. The 4 and 4. Here 3 and 4. So this is the style of IUPAC namings. That is the Spiro. So can we look at a few examples? If 2 cyclobutanes are there, so how can you give the naming? 2 cyclobutane. So this is the cyclobutane and this is also cyclobutane. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is the Spiro. So how can you give the name? Spiro. This is the center carbon atom, Spiro. So 3, 3. Total 6 plus 6 plus 1. So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So 7 mean, if 6 mean hexane, heptane. Now heptane. 7 mean heptane. So Spiro 3 heptane. Spiro 3.3 heptane. So these carbons must be in bracket. Okay, if you can take the, so this is, so how can you give this name? So this is the cyclopropane, 2 cyclopropane rings. So new Spiro 1 2 mean just 2.2 total 1 2 4 5, so pentane. Spiro 2.2 pentane. If one is the bigger, one is the small, for example, cyclohexane is there. This is cyclohexane. One cyclopropane. This is cyclopropane. Now 1 2 3 4 5. So this is 6. Mean the 6th one is the Spiro. And 1 2 3. 6 and 3. For this 3, for this 6. So that is the Spiro compound. So here the 2. So mean total 5 2 or 2 5. So 2 5. Spiro 2 carbons and 5 carbons. Total 5 6 7 8. Octane. Octane. So these are the namings, some examples of Spiro compounds. Okay, Spiro compounds, structures and namings. Please remember, this type of questions will ask in the examinations. Now, let's look the bicyclic compounds. So bicyclic compounds. Bicyclic compounds. So already I told you bicyclic compound, there are the 2 types, fused bicyclic compound and bridged bicyclic compounds. Okay, so first we will look the fused bicyclic compounds. Bicyclic compounds. If both rings are connected, bicyclic means cyclic, bi means 2. So both rings are connected, the adjacent to same carbon atoms. Adjacent to same carbon atoms, it is called the fused bicyclic compounds. What is that? Both rings are connected, the adjacent 2 carbon atoms, same 2 carbon atom, is called the fused bicyclic compound. For example, so this is the best example. So these 2 cyclohexane rings are connected. So adjacent carbons. These 2 carbon atom adjacent to this ring, or these 2 adjacent to this rings, adjacent 2 carbon atoms. Okay. So this is the best example. So you know, earlier I told you this compound name is what? Earlier 2 benzene rings connected, the 2 adjacent carbon is called the naphthalene. Naphthalene. This is the naphthalene. So like that, here also the naphthalene style is happier here. But there is no here extra hydrogens are there. That is the decahydrogen. We can say hydrogen. This is the 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. So remaining all are 2 hydrogens are there, like that. So total deca. So we can say decahydro naphthalene. It's very simple. Decahydro naphthalene. So simply decahydro naphthalene. Decahydronaphthalene, bicyclic fused compound. Fused bicyclic compound, we can say example is the decahydronaphthalene. If one is a cyclohexane, another one is a cyclopentane. So that is the Indian style. This is the naphthalene style. For example, Indian style. So this is the example. Best example is the this is a Indian style, Indian benzene ring and 2 rings are there. So we can say now this is octahydroindene. Octahydro. This is this carbon, adjacent carbon atoms. So one is the pentane, another is cyclohydrin, fused together like Indian model. That is like a naphthalene model. This is like Indian model. So decahydronaphthalene, here octahydroindene. 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 So this is about the fused bicyclic compound. Fused mean both rings are adjacent to same carbon atoms. So don't forget that. Adjacent to same carbon atoms, adjacent two carbon atoms. That is the. If both rings are connected to two carbon atoms, not adjacent, both rings are connected to two carbon, not adjacent carbon atoms. So that is called the bridged bicyclic compounds. Bridged bicyclic compounds. So that is the best example here. So now bridged bicyclic compound. Bridged bicyclic compounds. What is bridge head? What is the two carbon bridge? Bridge head. In this two things are we have to remember, that is the bridge head and bridge. Bridge head and bridge. For example, so this is the compound. This is the compound. So this is the compound. So we have, this is the one carbon atom connected to this carbon atom. For example, I am telling you. So here, so this is the one ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentane. This is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two pentane rings are connected by two carbon atoms. Not adjacent, two carbon atoms. So in this one is the, this one is the what? This one is the bridged carbons. Bridged carbons. This is, you have to remember, these two carbon atoms are bridged carbon atoms. And this one is the what? Bridge head carbons. Bridge head carbons. So you have to remember bridge head carbons, which one is the bridge head and which one is the bridge carbon atoms. So that is the most important in this. So in this, how can you give the namings? That is most important. Okay, so shall we look this one example. Here one example is octane. You have to take, not decane. I will send octane ring. For example, here the so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heptane ring. We can say heptane ring. So here we have to connect the 1, 5. So we have to like this. Okay. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one is the pentane ring. And one more 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexane ring. One cyclopentane, another one is a cyclohexane. If two rings are connected by two carbon atoms. So now, for example, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this carbon is the 8th carbon. So now, how can you give this name? So, mean total 8 is there. 8 carbons, we can say octane. So bicyclo 3, 2, 1. Bicyclo 3.2.1 octane. So 3 to 1. 3 to 1 octane bicycle. If another example, you can take similar compound one, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is this name? Now this is the 8. Okay. Now the name is 8 bromo bicyclo 3 to 1 octane. This is second example. In the case of third example, if methyl group is present on the second carbon atom, so how can you give this name? So now 8 bromo 2 methyl 8 bromo 2 methyl 3 to 1 octane. So these are the some examples, 3 examples of bicyclo bridged compounds. Okay, thank you very much.